Do you know what we're here for?
Equal parts. Oh my gosh.
Illegal.
So ranked number 3? 2. 2 or 3 worldwide on the gun violence. Also setting some other records in attempted presidential assassinations. Let's start here. The BBC News from 5 hours ago.
Hello, I'm Catherine Biarahunga. We begin with breaking news out of the US. Donald Trump's campaign team has released a statement just moments ago, saying the former president is safe after gunshots were fired in his vicinity. No other details have been provided, and it isn't clear how close the incident was to Mr. Trump. However, one US report has suggested that 2 people exchanged gunfire outside his golf club in West Palm Beach, Florida. Security was tightened around the Republican presidential nominee after an assassination attempt at a campaign rally in July.
So that was the initial report. I think BBC got it out first somehow before anybody else. Then where did it go from here? Went to ABC News. This is from 5 hours ago. Trump campaign says former president is safe after reported gunshots in the vicinity. So yeah, ABC got in here right afterwards.
Hi, I'm Phil Lipoff, and we have breaking news to bring to you right now. A spokesperson for former President Trump's campaign says he is safe following, in their words, gunshots in his vicinity. Details are very limited at this moment, but we are awaiting a press conference that should happen at any moment where we will get more information on this shooting. To be clear, we're being told the president was just in the vicinity, the former president, in the vicinity of these gunshots. Mary Alice, I've got to start with you. The latest.
So yeah, initially, as you can see, ABC thought that there was just gunshots that happened
the former
around
president being in the
president.
vicinity of a shooting. Do we know more of what that means?
No, not at this time, Phil. Of course, we are asking all of our sources at local law enforcement with Secret Service, but we're really waiting for that press conference by the sort of local sheriff that we're expecting this hour. We're going to learn a lot more, obviously.
All right, let's see what we learned since then. This is ABC News from 3 hours ago. Trump safe after apparent second assassination attempt. Ooh, that story changed pretty quickly. Didn't live very long, did it? Oh, maybe not the time to use that metaphor.
Breaking news, the FBI is now investigating a shooting in West Palm Beach as an attempted assassination against former President Donald Trump. This would be a second time. Law enforcement officials now confirming they arrested a suspect who fired shots near a golf course used by Trump. His campaign says he is safe and well. We are awaiting a press conference, you can see here, where we are hoping to hear more details about this. And of course, we'll bring that to you live when it happens right here on ABC News Live.
Oh, no.
In the meantime, we spoke to Martin County Sheriff.
Hold on. Is it lagging again? Is it just me or is it lagging again? Am I losing my mind? Hold on. Oh, and the stream's definitely behind me. Oh my god, is the stream behind me? Okay, no, it's not lagging. Never mind. Never mind. It was just paused. Oh my god, the stream is so far behind me.
Into custody after they.
I'm so sorry, people, but you are thrust back in time by like at least a good 30 seconds. It feels like at least by my own sort of quick mind calculations here.
Stopped the car. You can see some of the pictures here. The car is stopped. They said they took great care in stopping it. We talked to the Martin County Sheriff, and he told us this.
I can tell you this is a very fluid scene. It's not static at all. I-95 is still shut down. We've had a pretty serious crash out there. So first thing I'd like to do is ask motorists to be careful and try to stay off I-95. We're on 714 right now. North of here is shut down. We have stopped the vehicle that the FBI, the Secret Service, and the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office asked all law enforcement to look for. We had the vehicle description, and we had a tag number. We mobilized out on the interstate. Two of my marked units picked up the vehicle. We followed it for a bit. We were able to contain it using some of our bigger vehicles that we use for specialized stops. We got the vehicle stopped. Since then, the FBI and the Secret Service have responded to the scene. It does appear that we certainly have the vehicle involved in the incident at Mar-a-Lago, and we have the suspect that they were looking for. And now the FBI and the Secret Service will take over that investigation.
So what's the process with that? Now that you have identified this vehicle, did you take them into custody, or is that all going into the hands of the Secret Service and the FBI?
Well, we initially took him into custody and held him till the arrival of the federal authorities. The search of the vehicle, looking for any weapons that may be in there, will now be up to the federal authorities and the U.S. Attorney General.
And then at this...
Okay. You making space songs over there, Mozart?
So what was that like, stopping him? I know you were out on looking for him. Every law enforcement agency around this area was. What was that process like for you guys here in Martin County?
Well, I missed the stop. I was on the way from home, of course. It sounded very tense on the radio. We knew that we had a bolo. Be on the lookout for somebody who had opened fire on the President of the United States. I would say there's...
Oh my god, the footage from ABC is so bad. We are moving on. This is the worst lag I've ever seen. Let's go to CNN. FBI apparently has gotten involved, and they are investigating an apparent assassination attempt of Trump in Florida. That sounds pretty official.
Welcome to our viewers in the United States and around the world. We are continuing our breaking news live coverage after the FBI says it is investigating what appears to be an attempted assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump. We are told the former president is safe after shots were fired in his vicinity while he was golfing at his club in West Palm Beach, Florida. That's just about a 15-minute drive from where his Mar-a-Lago club is in Palm Beach, Florida. Moments ago, we got an account from the Palm Beach Sheriff's Office detailing how all of this unfolded, Wolf, and it is quite stunning.
It's stunning and very detailed. In fact, very, very revealing. Law enforcement officials saying a person has been detained in connection with this incident that occurred at the Trump International Golf Club around 1:30 p.m. Eastern earlier this afternoon. U.S. Secret Service agents fired gunshots at the suspect, who they believe was armed and intended to target former President Trump. An AK-style long-arm rifle with a scope, 2 backpacks, and a GoPro camera were recovered. Let's go to our panel right now and get Charles Ramsey's assessment of what's going on. The fact that there was a scope, Chief Ramsey, it says to me, it explains, I think in part, why the FBI has concluded this appears to have been a second assassination attempt against Trump.
Yeah, I think you're right. I mean, clearly, in my mind anyway, that's the appropriate classification for this particular incident.
Is Trump fundraising off of this yet? It's a great point. It's a great point.
It's fortunate. We're very lucky. We were lucky in July in Butler, Pennsylvania, and again today. But luck only goes so far. And so everyone has to be incredibly vigilant, enhance security, not just for the former president, but for all of the candidates, because we're just in an environment right now where you have a lot of unstable people who apparently are not afraid to try to actually harm someone. So we're very fortunate that the Secret Service agent was able to spot this and able to take him.
Are we fortunate? It's a debate in itself.
Get action and prevent a tragedy from occurring.
I'm indifferent about it.
Agent spotted the barrel of a rifle sticking out from those trees near that golf course right there, and that's when shots were fired at the suspect, and eventually another individual saw what was going on and took some pictures of the vehicle that the suspect was using, the license plate, and eventually the suspect was captured in Martin County, just north of Palm Beach County, not very far away. Jonathan Wackrow, the fact that there was a GoPro camera that was right near that
Ooh, a
fence, near those
GoPro.
backpacks that this suspect had over
21st
there.
century
What does that
shooter
say
over
to you?
here.
Well, listen, Wolf, I think that a lot of these elements speak to an elevated level of sophistication by this shooter, right? So the GoPro camera was the intent here to live stream this attack. By the fact that we saw those, we heard reporting that, and I believe we heard it during the press conference as well, that the backpacks contained ceramic plates. Again, this was really setting up a firing position. The shooter probably intended to engage directly with Secret Service agents at one point.
Yeah, you would think so if he's got body armor ready. Good lord. Okay.
The Secret Service structure, though, the protective methodology, by putting out agents in advance of the protectee during their Gulf operations to really flush out this type of threat along the edges of the fairway.
Yeah, they try to kill me again, 25, 50, 100, 500. I mean, the thing that I keep thinking about, though, is there's actually, like, no issue that he can actually, like, run on or, like lobby people for their money on. Like, what are you gonna go? Gun safety? We gotta do something. Gotta do something about all these guns all over the place.
Really proved successful. This is a model that the
If you give me money, I'll take care of it.
To these types of activities for a long time. I mean, dating back to, I believe, the Bush and Clinton administrations, where putting agents anywhere from 75 to 150 yards in advance, again trying to expand out of that protective bubble around the protectee, just for this very reason. But it's difficult. I mean, they're out there flanking the protectee for a long time. This person obviously set up their location. They had a level of cover and concealment to launch this attack. They most likely had a line of sight from that fence line back into the fairway. That's disturbing. And more troubling is the accessibility, the ease of ingress and...
Yes, it is all troubling. I mean, he was on the fucking golf course. Let's be real. It's basically an open field. Not exactly the most defensible position. If you're concerned about security, I wouldn't say hanging out in open fields is a good idea. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm no security expert.
Egress by this attacker, they had that escape route. The critical factor that we heard during the press conference is the witness. They saw the suspect running away, getting into the vehicle, and I think Andy McCabe said, very smartly, the person took out their phone, took a picture of the car, and then got the license plate. The communication with federal, state, and local law enforcement entities through the real-time crime center got that information out almost instantaneously. And utilizing license plate readers, they were able to track the direction of the vehicle, make the vehicle stop, and get the suspect in custody without incident. So this is a real big success for law enforcement.
It does sound successful, though. Wow, incredible success. Incredible success. I'm trying to read your comments right now. There's so much going on here. Nightbot's too involved for me to get involved. Too much Nightbot.
And it all centers around the coordination, the rapid coordination of information and dissemination to all stakeholders. We heard that during the press conference. It was great to see everybody reassuring the public that there's no additional danger, and that all stakeholders within the law enforcement and prosecutorial community were represented there.
And you can see how close this golf club is to Interstate 95, a major highway going all through the state of Florida, all the way up the East Coast as well. Caitlin, go ahead.
Yeah, get in there,
While
Caitlin.
we're looking at this, I just want to keep this image up, because you're seeing Trump International Golf Course right here. We're highlighting hole 5 and hole 6 because that's where we believe Trump was getting close to when the agents were walking ahead of him.
Oh no. Oh, will I get copyright struck for watching that? I feel like almost definitely, but now I really want to watch it. I assume that's a reference to the Monty Python sketch, Bob Carmen. Because that's immediately what came to my mind just now. How not to be seen.
And what's remarkable about this is they were talking about the 3 roads that are the access points. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office is right there to your top right, a little bit above where hole 5 is. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office in the jail actually backs up to Donald Trump's golf course in West Palm Beach, Florida. And just to give you a sense of what we were looking at on the ground and how quickly officials were able to move here, and they put.
Okay. Let's go back to the office for a second. Let me get my bearings here. I really do want to watch that now. It is Sunday Fun Day after all. It is Sunday Fun Day after all. You hear there's an armored golf cart? Like that Donald Trump has an armored golf cart? Or that there's just, there exists a golf cart which is armored?
In this picture, there are 40 people. None of them can be seen. In this film, we hope to show you how not to be seen. This is Mr. E.R. Bradshaw of Napier Court, Black Lion Road, Southeast 5. He cannot be seen. Now, I'm going to ask him to stand up. Mr. Bradshaw, will you stand up, please? This demonstrates the value of not being seen.
Ah, yes, I do see that now.
In this picture, we cannot see Mrs. B.J. Smegma of 13 The Crescent, Belmont. Mrs. Smegma, will you stand up, please?
She appears to not have learned
Mr.
anything.
Nesbitt of Harlow, Newtown. Mr. Nesbitt, will you stand up, please? Mr. Nesbitt has learnt the first lesson of not being seen, not to stand up.
Cunning.
However, he has chosen a very obvious piece of cover. Sorry. Mr. E.B. Lambert.
Okay, okay. I just figured we would have a quick chuckle about something technically relevant to what we were already talking about. Okay, give him a clear hamster ball. Oh, like a spherical Pope's mobile of some kind. I see what you're saying. It could work. It could work. I don't know. Wait. Did this get taken down? Where'd it go? What? Oh my god, it's gone. Boo. Oh, we lost a video, I'm afraid. Sad, but real. Alright, let's go here, I guess. Forbes breaking news from 2 hours ago. Just released traffic cam footage shows police capture of Trump assassination suspect. It looks like there was some sort of crash involved here in this apprehension. You can see clearly that the bumper on this car is completely off. And they're blocking traffic here. Got like an entire... Holy shit. Okay. All right. A bulletproof Zorb. Yes, pretty much. Pretty much. That's basically what I was saying. Spherical Pope-mobile, bulletproof Zorb. We're saying the same thing, but in different ways. Alright, let's go. Let's see here. Let's go to CBS News from an hour ago. A suspect was pointing rifle towards Florida golf course where Trump was golfing, according to officials.
Hi, everybody. We continue to follow breaking news of what the FBI is calling an apparent attempted assassination against former President Trump that took place near Mar-a-Lago in West Palm Beach, Florida. I want to bring in Anna Schechter, who leads the Crime and Public Safety Unit here at CBS News, to just break down the latest on what we know.
So, Lindsay, we just heard a press conference in the last hour where we learned that a suspect had been pointing an AK-style rifle towards the golf course about 300 to 500 yards from where former President Trump was playing golf, that a Secret Service agent was a couple of holes ahead of him on the course and saw the
was he playing?
muzzle of the rifle and engaged the suspect. He ran off, was able to jump.
The way that she said it made it sound like the Secret Service was also playing a round of golf, but they were just a couple of holes ahead of the president.
Into his vehicle and drive off. Luckily, a witness was able to capture an image of that, share it with law enforcement, and so they had license plates to check. And while he was driving on I-95, that hit law enforcement. Their system where they monitor for that, and he was pulled over. It's unclear if he had any other weapons in his car, but he left the rifle in the bushes at the scene where he was initially seen pointing the gun. He left the rifle, 2 backpacks, some ceramic tile. We are waiting details from law enforcement who are currently carrying out an investigation as to exactly what that was used for. He also had a scope and a GoPro, and the sheriff said that he was intending to film whatever he was planning to carry out, and my law enforcement sources told me his intention was to harm former President Trump.
We appreciate you gathering the latest for us. We're going to let you get back to it. I want to go ahead and go to Tom O'Connor, who's back with us, former FBI agent and former president of the FBI Agents Association. So, Tom, given what we know, if you were leading this investigation, what would be some of your first moves, some of your first actions in trying to get to the bottom of this?
Well, the first thing, they have a person in custody. I would get the best interviewers, interrogators that the FBI field office in Miami has, and get those people in the box with this person to determine, A, if there is a larger conspiracy here that is involving more people. That is something that has to be run down immediately to determine if there is a continuing threat. We need to find out what this person's background is, why they did this, and what their purpose was, right? The video, the GoPro, as I said earlier, is very important because the use of that to stream or to actually document this means this person wanted to do this for a greater reason in their mind. So it's very important for those things to take place: the interview, the search of the vehicle, forensic identification of any explosives, any explosive residue, anything along those lines that can come out of the car, this person's house, interviewing family members, interviewing coworkers and friends, going all the way back, depending on this person's age, to try and determine what makes this person tick. And that is what the FBI, with their partners through the Joint Terrorism Task Force, are doing as we speak. This is something that they do on major cases.
Okay, I think that sort of sums it up pretty good for us at this point. Doesn't seem like Donald Trump never got to being truly under threat, as it seems like the Secret Service got this guy well before that came to pass. And he's been apprehended, and all we know is that he was definitely trying to assassinate Donald Trump. Beyond that, we seem to have zero information. Even after, what was that, 35, nearly 40 minutes of trying to unpack all of this. I guess it was slightly less because we were suppressed by YouTube or something of that nature, keeping us from starting the show on time. You know, aside from me personally starting the show like 10-15 minutes late. Let's move on to some other politics related stuff. And it is Sunday Fun Day, after all, so I figured we would try to maintain some level of fun throughout all this. It will be difficult today, not gonna lie. A lot of heavy-ish stories, but we'll try and sprinkle the fun in. We'll do what we can. It's not perfect. It's, you know, just because it happens to be Sunday Fun Day doesn't mean it's going to be necessarily the most fun Sunday Fun Day, right? It could be a lower tier Sunday Fun Day, at least on the fun scale. I mean, we might get through some very important stuff, but I don't know. Will it be fun? I got questions on that. We got a few good things in here. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh on myself. Could partly be that. All right, let's go here. CNN, 22 hours ago. Apparently, CNN is trying to break into the comedy genre for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe because of their brand of sort of liberal, neoliberal kind of.
Do you know what we're here for?
Equal parts. Oh my gosh.
Illegal.